Good morning, New York.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome back to the Weekly Insider. I'm your host, Josh, joined here by Tyler. Let's get right into the picks for Week 12. If you haven't joined our Pick 'em League, go do it right now. And always, drop a like, subscribe, support the channel. Appreciate it. But let's hop right into it. We got 3 games today. Well, if you're watching this later, then we had 3 games on Thanksgiving, like we do every year.
Gobble, gobble.
One of those games does include the Lions, which we're going to start right now. We got the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. You think this is the day that they get their first win or no?
Man, I don't know. They're a pretty bad football team.
Yep. Andy Dalton is starting. I think I'm going to go with the Bears here. Keep it safe.
I'm going to go with the Lions, though.
Yes, sir!
Matt Nagy needs to be fired. There was some rumor I saw today
Actually, you know what? I've always been fucking Lions supporter. I'm going with Lions too, man. I've been rooting for the Lions since week 1, bro.
There was some rumor today that Nagy was apparently told by some the owners or something that he was going to be let go after this. They don't win, or something like that, or just maybe after the game in general.
Wow.
But he said he hadn't spoken to the team owners in a long time, or at least this week. But so he denied the rumors. So I don't even know where they started from, but. Yeah, Matt Nagy definitely got to be on the way out, especially given the fact that they looked better when they missed a game or two with COVID. So, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Lions, man.
Let's go Lions.
Almost every game they lose is close. Every game they win doesn't exist. But
every game they tie does.
Jared Goff should be back this week. I think they said. So obviously that's an upgrade over Tim Boyle.
Oh my God, they almost beat the Browns with freaking Boyle or Doyle, whatever the hell his name is. Oh
yeah, dude, that
God, bro. Jesus.
Baker's got. Did you see what Baker said? It's the worst he's ever felt in his life. It's not even just his shoulder. I think there's also something with his hip and his ankle. So he's just a shell of a man right now, and he's still trying to play through it. At some point, I feel like the Browns almost just got to say, is Case Keenum honestly a better option for us right now?
Yeah, 100%.
If Baker's.
Yeah, 100%.
Case Keenum's not bad. I mean, they're paying him $7-8 million a year.
They also, bro, they're so run heavy. I feel like you could the scheme you could easily get away with Case Keenum.
But it's still you need to kind of extend the defense, and OBJ is a deep threat, and now it's Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz. It's they're decent young guys, but they're not somebody teams are kind of afraid of.
Yeah.
So teams can pack 10 in the box and not be worried about it.
All right, let's save the Browns talk when we get to the Browns. All right, moving on. So we're both taking the Lions. They're getting their first dub this week. Week 12 is it. That's when they get it. And Nagy's out the door. So now we got the Raiders at the Cowboys, another team that is always playing on Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here. Raiders don't look that great. Cowboys need to bounce back. I'm going with the Cowboys here.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Whoa.
Because I think they can get pressure similar like the Chiefs did. I guess Dak was under pressure half the dropbacks, and they gave up a ton of sacks. And then also they're probably going to be without CeeDee Lamb. I think they're definitely without Amari Cooper. So, I mean, Michael Gallup's still solid. Cedric Wilson's an all right fourth guy, but obviously you're not looking at your number 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think this is a game where the Raiders – and the Cowboys' defense isn't great, even though they only allowed 19. But – I don't know. I think the Raiders kind of need to bounce back. I think they're coming off a bye. Am I right? Nope, they obviously are not. They're in the end. I don't know. I'm leaning Raiders in this one though, but that obviously be an upset.
I mean, I'd like to see the Raiders do well, but I don't know. Cowboys
do well too, because that would mean the Eagles can come within a game and a half.
Exactly.
The Cowboys
makes the NFL more interesting.
They might be on a bye. They are not.
All right, let's move on. We got another banger, and I don't remember if Buffalo did actually play on Thanksgiving last year too. So we got Buffalo at the Saints.
Rotate.
There's
one game that always rotates. I think it's only the Cowboys and Lions every.
Yeah. I was gonna say those two teams are always consistent, but all right. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills here. Went with the Bills last week, but obviously. I thought they were going to play a lot better. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills here. I think they need to they need to win. They need to win this game because the Patriots are now first in the division. and it's just not looking good for the Buffalo Bills if they drop another game to a Saints team that can be good, but obviously they're banged up as well. No Jameis, no Alvin Kamara, no
Starting
Michael
right,
Thomas. Huh?
Ryan Ramczyk, the best right tackle in the league.
Yeah.
So,
But again, there's a banged up team, and if the Bills, honestly, my bold prediction is the Bills put up over 30 points in this game. That's my. It's in the dome. They need to still prove that they can play. Josh Allen needs to make better decisions. I think this is going to be a blowout victory for the Bills if my logic is correct. So.
yeah, I'm really interested to see what the status would be of Kamara and Ramczyk. Because the Saints defense is solid, and honestly, Trevor Siemian hasn't played that bad.
No, he's been playing fine. Yeah.
He threw a couple picks in against the Eagles, but they still. I mean, granted, most of it was garbage time because I think Eagles are up 40-15 or 40-16 or something, and ended up being 40-29. But I'm gonna say the Saints in this one. I'm gonna bet on at least one of Ramczyk or Kamara coming back, and either one of them would help the Saints equally
It is
as
only
much.
a 2-day notice from when we're recording this, so.
Yeah, I mean, Kamara's been out for I think at least 2 weeks now, and I don't think it's a major thing. I remember him missing time the game before he missed.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So that last game he did play, I remember him having to leave. So it was something that kind of just nagged him that game, and he played through. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. I don't know. I feel like they're not playing that bad. They've lost a couple in a row, and I don't know. The Bills do have a really good defense though, but yeah, Josh Allen he's not playing as well this year. That running game isn't that great for them. And like I said, Saints got a solid defense.
That vibration just freaking blew out my ears.
Antonio
Kamara missed practice again today, so.
Yikes.
So he's. I would guess not playing. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I hope for my sake, I hope you're wrong. God damn, the Bills need to win. So let's move on. Got the Steelers at the Bengals. Got a good divisional matchup here. I think the Bengals are going to take this one. I'm going with the Bengals here.
Yeah, Bengals coming off a bye. Steelers look good in a loss though.
No, they're not.
Although
the Bengals aren't coming off a bye. Didn't Mixon just play? I was gonna say Mixon played.
Lamar Chase on my fantasy team last week was on a bye.
Yeah.
This week Cooper Kupp on bye. Okay. So never mind that.
Yeah,
but
the Bengals beat the Raiders last week.
Steelers put up a lot of points, but I think they scored 27 of their 37 in the fourth quarter. So
was it really that? Oh my god.
The Chargers only scored 14 of their 41. A.K.A. was 27-10 going into the fourth, which would mean Chargers are probably playing a little lackadaisical defense.
Yeah.
Trying not to give up big plays. So I'm just gonna go with the Bengals here. Mm-hmm. I don't care for the Steelers team, even though they haven't looked bad.
They haven't looked bad, which is weird because I don't look at them and think they're a dominant team in the FC, but.
It's just because that offense is just so unreliable. Because offensive line isn't that great. Quarterback play, obviously, Ben's 39 years old. Should have retired years ago, but the Steelers keep paying him and asking him back. So, I don't know. They have the weapons. Although
Juju's out, but Claypool's great, perimeter guy, and Deontay Johnson underneath is so good. So, yeah, let's move on to, I think, honestly, in my opinion, this is the game of the week for me. It's the Buccaneers at the Colts. I'm very interested in this game. Coming off a big win against the Bills, Colts looking sharp. And the Buccaneers actually they looked all right. I mean, it's the Giants, so you kind of expect it. So, but two teams that are hoping to make playoff runs, and I mean, obviously the Buccaneers will most likely make it, but both playoff teams, this is going to be a good matchup. I'm going to go with the Colts here. I think even though the Tampa Bay rush defense is pretty solid, I think with Jonathan Taylor and the way he's been playing, he'll put up some numbers, and that'll just kind of open up the passing game for Carson Wentz against that mid-tier Tampa Bay defense, or secondary.
I'm going to go with the Bucs just because, I mean, like you said, obviously the rush defense has been one of the best in the league for years.
Yeah.
I think the Colts, why they've been so good is because they can control the ball on offense because of their running game, and once suddenly maybe playing the best football of his career as far as taking care of the ball, even though he had those couple really ugly turnovers
against the Titans. Yeah,
those are his only turnovers of the year.
Yeah.
It was the one against the Titans in the end zone, and then he had one against I think the next week where he tried to make some throw as he was falling to the ground, but they ruled it as a fumble instead of as an interception. But those are like two of his 3 or 4 turnovers this year. So he's
Yep.
been taking the ball. But I think the Buccaneers can move the ball on offense, both like with the run and with the pass. Obviously, with Brady, those weapons, and I think they can slow down Jonathan Taylor. Obviously, and I'm also curious to see the status of Quentin Nelson because I remember him getting hurt in that game. But we left early, so I don't know if he came back in
Oh,
or
ever
what.
came back, yeah.
They were up by a ton, so they might have just said just rest here for the rest of the game. But I know when we left, he had not come back yet. And if he's out, that's obviously a big loss, one of the best linemen in the league. So I'm going to go with the Buccaneers here just because I don't think it's a good match for the Colts to try to play.
Okay.
And with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I obviously could see the Bucs winning this game too.
Because also, the Colts kind of play like a bend don't break defense. Like they have a good defensive line that doesn't allow big plays, and their secondary is kind of designed like we'll give up all the underneath shit and let Darius Leonard clean stuff up. And Tom Brady is one of those guys that like, all right, I'll nickel and dime you for 12 plays and score every drive.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously though, you never know. Colts are obviously a really good team. I like them a lot. I've been saying it all year. I was really surprised when they started out 2-5.
Yep.
They've won like 4 now. But yeah, I just think it's not a great matchup for them.
Cool. Like I said, I think this is gonna be a great game. So keep your eye out for that one. Let's move on. We got the Carolina Panthers at the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins winning 2 games back to back. Carolina Panthers look pretty good with Cam, even though they're 1-1 with him. Like you said, though, he's only had 8 days. You said yesterday he's only had 8 days with the team, basically. So,
well, now it'll be 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, but either way, it's still not a lot of time to learn a brand new playbook. But man, I think I'm gonna go with Miami here. I think they might pull off. I don't know if it's necessarily an upset, but it's more. They're definitely the underdogs in this matchup. So I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. Defense has been playing pretty well, and if Tua can like get the ball moving and kind of get a rhythm going in the beginning of the game, I think they can win the game.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers just because I think that these teams are kind of similar in the sense that their offense isn't explosive. They're gonna try to just control the ball. Like obviously with Cam in there at quarterback, they're not looking for balls, often at least. And then they're both like good, sound defenses. Although Dolphins have been shaky.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if there's many positions on the field where the Dolphins have a better player than the Panthers. So
receiver.
I think DJ Moore's the best receiver in that game. I love Waddle, but
I like DJ Moore a lot more too. But I mean, DJ Waddle's a stud. But
I love Jalen Waddle, but DJ Moore, I think right now I'm more reliable. But
more reliable for sure.
I think the only positions where the Dolphins might be better are quarterback by a slim margin
and tight end.
And that's about it. Because I don't know if like Xavier Howard versus Stephon Gilmore is close. So I don't know if there's many positions on the field where the Dolphins are better than the Panthers. So I mean, obviously you can't play football on paper, you don't play football on paper. Yeah. So you never know. Exactly. I'm leaning Panthers.
Okay, I think this could be an interesting matchup as well. So
yeah, it's good. This is a game I feel like it's going to be like 13-10, which means it's probably going to be like 41-38 for some reason.
It's kind of
that's how it goes down. Every like defensive matchup has been like, high scoring and like Chiefs count.
Oh yeah. But yeah, let's go on to the next game. We got the Titans at the Patriots, and Patriots, man,
looking
good. They look good. I'm
Shout out all the people on Twitter that told me I was wrong when I said they had the best offseason.
Shout out to all the people. Oh man, I mean, dude, they are just killing it right now. Mac Jones looks so good. He's just working so well in that system with Belichick. God, I'm going with the Patriots here, bro. Titans are nothing special without Derrick Henry, man. I'm sorry. I
agree, and especially also without Julio.
I know Julio's like old, but dude, he's such like him on the field is still a presence. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So they basically have to force the ball to A.J. Brown, who got hurt last game.
Banged up again.
I think it was a rib thing, and I think everything came back negative. But obviously, who knows if he'll play?
Exactly.
Because those things can hurt. Like anytime you breathe, plus anytime you get hit.
Especially in the NFL, like I can't even imagine that. Like, you have like a sprained rib or whatever it is, or contusion, and dude, you're getting hit by like 220-pound freaking animals, bro. Like, oh, no way.
everything is telling me Patriots, but
Oh,
I'm gonna go the opposite way and say the Titans. I don't know. To me, this just feels like a game the Titans win. Plus, I feel like Belichick doesn't have a great record against his like predecessors or whatever they're called. So I think it's Saban has like an incredible record and Belichick doesn't because they both
listen,
like have.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
But I think Patriots are the better team, and but some's just telling me Titans are taking this game.
I hope the Titans win.
On that pick.
I hope the Titans win. I hope they do. But I think the Patriots are going to win just because they're the better team. But yeah, damn. Moving on. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. I think just to make this division interesting, I'm gonna go with the Giants. I hope the Giants can turn around. They fired Jason Garrett. Maybe they'll have something different, game plan, a little better. They'll incorporate their playmakers a little more. I think Giants take this one. And I mean, another week of rest for Barkley. He was back. He was limited because he's coming fresh off an injury, so they didn't probably want to work him.
Right.
But yeah, I think with Barkley another rest week, he'll probably be back, maybe somewhat. I mean, I can't ever say he'll be back to 100%, but he's back, and then hopefully that, like I said, that offense firing Jason Garrett, they get the ball rolling a little better. And Daniel Jones, just if he can freaking not look like Daniel Jones midseason form, then we're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. And question: how does the Giants winning make this division interesting?
Because then they're only one game behind the Eagles, and then if the Cowboys lose, like you said, they might.
3 games behind the Giants.
Yeah, but we still got 6 weeks left or 5 weeks left in the NFL.
You act like the Cowboys or the Giants are going to go 3-4 or 3-3 over those next 6. Well, better than that, unless the Cowboys are going 0-6.
You never know.
I'm not saying you can't pick them. I just thought that didn't make any sense. I think the Eagles winning makes them a lot more interesting. Like I said, if the Eagles win and Cowboys lose, Eagles then only 1 win behind, so a game and a half still though.
I guess, but listen. This is how I see it.
Won 4 straight, I think.
There's the playoff or the wild card is probably going to be like a 6 or 7 win team, right?
Yeah, no. Oh, at the end of this week.
Yeah, at the end of the season, I'm saying. Or
at the end of the season?
Yeah, no.
A 6-win team?
7, whatever.
That'd be 7-10.
Oh shit, that's kind of bad. I forgot.
That'd be horrible. Right now, the last wildcard spot is I think 5-5. So either like the Saints or the 49ers.
Yeah.
Because I know they're only half game back.
Fuck.
So I mean, even if the Giants win, they're still a game and a half back or so. So like I said, Giants obviously could win this game. Eagles aren't for sure team any week, but Eagles looking better. They're finally stopped throwing the ball 50 times a game. No idea why. Sirianni game plan with Boston Scott's whatever, but I don't know why the game plan was ever to have him. They're starting to run it 20, 30 times now, and they've 2 or 3 in a row, or 3 out of 4 maybe. So I just think the Eagles have found their identity. They're good in the trenches. I've been saying that since the beginning of the year. I thought they were kind of a dark horse team just because they have a good offensive line, good defensive line. They have some playmakers, and Darius Slade looks really good now again, which is good to see finally. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles here. I just think the Eagles, the way they're playing, even though Jalen Hurts has been playing all right, because this is the type of offense where he can't succeed, where you're letting him run the ball 10 times, you're handing it off 20 times, and you're playing just possession. Especially with the offensive line they have. So, yeah, Sirianni might not be a bad coach. I was hating him early on in the year when Hurts was throwing it 40 times a game and Sanders was running it 3 times. Never understood that. But
and Sanders gets hurt and then he runs the ball. So
yeah, he ran it 16 times this game, didn't score, but I think 16 for 95 or something like that. Like he averaged like yards a carry. So he played well.
Who, Sanders?
Yeah.
Did he have 90 yards? No way.
Yeah, because he had like 7.5 points with a fumble.
Oh, a fumble. So that's right. He did fumble.
He fumbled it, I guess, was in Sirianni's doghouse.
Okay, 16 carry, yeah, almost 100 yards rushing. Damn, that's really good.
He looked good. Saints, who have a good defense too. So yeah, I don't know. Eagles look good. I don't care for Hurts, but this is an offense where he can succeed.
All right, I picked all my games prior to recording, and I had the Eagles originally, and I think I'm gonna be a little baby back bitch and go back with my original choice. I'm going the Eagles. Yeah, I went through and I'm gonna go with my original my gut call. So
Wow.
I know, what a poser, dude.
I
But I
can't
still
wait for the
think the Giants are gonna look a little better because they don't have Jason Garrett. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? So
Yeah, I mean Freddie Kitchens that year that he took over as interim head coach for
did
the
well
Browns,
for the Browns. So
and then he became the head coach and was just a dickhead and a horrible head
yeah,
coach.
he was trash.
But as a coordinator, he was all right. Like the offense was putting up points once he
Yeah,
got.
so we'll see. We'll see how that game goes. Moving on. We got the Falcons at the Jacksonville Jaguars. This game sucks. Jesus Christ.
Two of the ugliest teams in the NFL
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
100%. I'm gonna go with Falcons. I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I don't have any faith in Jacksonville. I mean, but I also don't really have any faith in fucking Falcons. So this game is awful to me. Completely honest. Man, I'm just gonna go with the Falcons. I really have no insight on this fight.
I'd rather watch the Texans play the Lions because at least it's like, all right, like Tyrod versus like this gritty Lions team. This is just like both have pieces, don't use them well. Like, oh, these Falcons is Kyle Pitts, this great young player. Oh, let's throw it to him 3 times. Oh, Trevor Lawrence, let's fucking run like wide receiver screens and end arounds 20% of the game.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
what? So, I like Arthur Smith as a head coach. I just don't understand what's happening right now, especially when he just used Jonnu Smith a ton and had Delaney Walker before. Actually, I don't know if he was coaching Delaney Walker, but Titans always use their tight ends. But whatever. He's a tight ends coach actually, so I don't get how he's not using Pitts. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here. I don't know. Falcons are. I'm surprised they were 4-4. But like I said, at one point, all their games they had won were against bad teams by like 3 points.
Yeah.
So they were scraping by with wins thanks to Young Wei Koo. So I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here, which sucks. I want Urban Meyer gone because he's making. I think he's making Trevor Lawrence. It's just such a simple offense.
He's making Trevor Lawrence what cut out?
Look bad.
Bad, yeah.
It's like the offense he runs is just so simple, which is why we saw all those Ohio State guys look really good in college and then suck in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not even talking about Justin Fields, but like every prior Ohio State quarterback was good under him, even Florida when he was there, and then they did nothing in the NFL because it's such a simple offense which works in college when you have the better athlete every single position. When you get to the NFL, it doesn't work as much.
That's not how it works, yeah.
So
it's like playing Alabama every week.
So I'm going with the Jaguars just because I think the Falcons are just in such a bad spot right now.
Yeah.
I think the best they can do is lose.
Perfect. That's what I think too.
Even though they're only a game back of the playoffs, so
I know it's wild, dude. It's wild.
There's like 3 teams at 5-5, Eagles at 5-6, so like they're only a game back, but there's a bunch of teams ahead of them still.
Yep. And all right, well, let's move on. We got another great game. We got the Jets at the Texans. I think I'm going to go with the Texans here. Tyrod Taylor looked all right last week, and I really don't have much insight on this either. Elijah Moore looks really good too, but I think if I'm going like quarterback versus quarterback, I'm going with the Houston Texans here. So
yeah, Zach Wilson's back. I'm going to go with the Jets just because I like their defensive line.
Yeah.
Even though it's just weird because the defensive line is good and like I feel like a lot of people around the NFL, like I've heard announcers, but they always seem to give up a lot of rushing yards. I think that's more just like their linebacking core, honestly, because like obviously D-line helps is like the main point, but you still need linebackers to plug those holes. Like it's going to be 4-on-5 with the D-line every time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with the Jets just because I think their D-line. Really interested to see how Zach Wilson looks after this injury. It wasn't anything major, like a MCL sprain or something. He was out about a month, but they let him rest it, didn't rush him back. I did see Flacco and not Joe White. Mike White.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, Joe White. I can't remember who that was. I think it was like a West Virginia guy. Anyways, they're both on the COVID list, so that might be why Wilson's starting. But I'm hoping it's just because he's healthy. But yeah, ugly game, I guess. But at least there's a little more to look forward to than the previous one we just talked about, I think.
A little bit, yeah, because you got younger guys in this one. So
Yeah.
unless they incorporate Pitts more in that Falcons game, because then it might be interesting. But well, for me at least, I'm excited for that.
Yeah. It's just those, yeah.
But yeah, you're going with the Jets. I'm going with the Texans. Let's move on. We got the Chargers at the Broncos, a pretty good AFC West divisional matchup. And I think I'm gonna lean towards the Chargers. Justin Herbert's coming off a really hot game. Austin Eckler looks amazing. and I think that offense is gonna be a little too much for that defense, that Broncos defense. So
Oh, there's a lot of games. For some reason, I thought this was the last one. Um, who did you just pick?
Chargers.
Yeah, man. I was looking at like the preview thing it has on the app, and it said the Broncos are like the 54% favorite. Surprisingly,
No.
yeah. Just be when you hit preview, you have to go like cancel.
What?
Yeah, I was surprised too. Um, yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Chargers. Am I?
I mean, listen. I'm a low key Broncos supporter, so I hope they win. But I just think I think that offense of the Chargers is so good, man.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos because I like the
Hell yeah.
secondary for even though they've been kind of torn apart from game to game. But I think they have that like personnel to do it. Like I thought they had the best defensive back. That they were a little banged up early on, so there. But I don't know. I don't care for this Chargers defense. I think with Javonte and Melvin, Chargers are notorious for giving up a lot of big runs. I think Broncos having two good running backs can keep them fresh, even though they probably won't be getting hit at all because the Chargers suck on
Yep.
defense. Um, but I don't know. I think the Broncos are going to have a solid enough offense this game. Granted, Chargers just put up, although all the Steelers players are hurt, so whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one.
Okay. Let's move on. We got a pretty good matchup actually. We got the Rams versus the Packers. It's interesting to see what OBJ could do in a second game. The first one was terrible,
Bye.
and coming off a bye, yeah, so more time to learn
Mm-hmm.
everything. Maybe like practice more with Stafford. So it'd be interesting to see. This is gonna be a good game. I think I'm gonna give it to the Packers though. I think Packers are gonna take this game, especially after losing to the Vikings. They got to bounce back.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Aaron Rodgers is banged up. Said it's like a turf toe, basically. So it's
Oh,
gonna
I
be
do remember him complaining about his toe. Yeah.
a David Bakhtiari, their All-Pro left tackle. I don't know if he's coming back yet. Their other stud lineman, Elgton Jenkins, tore his ACL. He's out for the year. So their offensive line, their center, their rookie who was playing all right, is hurt too. I don't know if he's coming back or not. So their offensive line was literally almost all backups. So it's ugly. Aaron Jones obviously hit hurt.
Yep.
I don't know if Jerry Alexander came back yet, and so they're just banged up all over.
Yep.
Like smart players too, not just like they're fucking slot corner.
Didn't the Rams lose before their bye week?
Yeah, they lost 2 in a row.
Oh shit! Nah, I think. Ooh, fuck.
They're gonna correct it. You're giving Sean McVay 2 weeks to come up with stuff.
Yeah, I think actually I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch to the Rams. I think you're right. 2 weeks in a row, losing 2 games. I remember we talked about that 2 games back to back before the bye week. So yeah, I think they're gonna have to do something. And like you said, Packers are banged up. I forgot about Aaron Rodgers banged, even though he's still gonna play. But
Aaron Rodgers was a good head coach, so you never know. But I think
I'll go.
And Von Miller against this banged up offensive line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams too. I think I think they need a win.
Yeah. I mean, 49. If they lose this game and the 49ers win, then the 49ers are right on their tail and then obviously Cardinals can pull ahead further. But Packers also need to win because they're trying to get first place. Because that especially like getting an extra bye week for the Packers and getting some more guys healthy for the playoffs is huge.
Yep.
Obviously, it's huge for every team, but a team that's banged up. So I'm not kind of, even though, I mean, they had all those injuries and the COVID injuries against the Cardinals when they were 7-0 and still beat them. So
yeah,
never know with Aaron Rodgers and when he has a good head coach.
Yep. Okay.
We'll see.
Let's move on. We got a Minnesota Vikings versus 49ers matchup. I think I'm gonna go with the. Actually, you go first. I know who I'm picking, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think I know who you're picking too. I'm going with the 49ers. They've run the ball 86 times the last 2 games. And they've had possession 65% of the game the last 2 games. Granted, they were against Cardinals, I think. Yes. The Rams on Monday Night Football. And then the Jaguars, who suck. But they found their identity again. They're just running it down people's throats, getting 4 yards every single goddamn play. Apparently 49ers fans wanted Shanahan to get fired a couple ago when they were 3-5,
Oh my god.
which is ridiculous. Like, relax. You have injuries all over the field. Like, he got you to a Super Bowl in like his first or second year with Jimmy Garoppolo. Sorry, you ended up having to lose because of something. But I don't know. I'm not confident in the Vikings. Their offense looks good, but their defense has not looked good. And I think again the 49ers just have the same game plan. If unless the Vikings are going to be the team that has to kind of stop the other team's game plan. I think like they're going to have to slow down this run. Like I said, they run 86 two games. So clearly they're just saying, "Screw, we're going to run it down your throat. We're going to use Debo Samuel at running back. We're going to Hasty and uh, who's that goddamn guy? Jeff Wilson and
Mhm.
Elijah Mitchell, obviously. But yeah, Debo Samuel having like 15 carries the last 2 weeks is just wild. He had one catch and 9 carries last week.
It's ridiculous.
So they just said, yeah, we don't have a running back because also last week they didn't have Elijah Mitchell. They said, yeah, we don't have a running back, so we'll just use our number one wide receiver at running back.
Yeah,
And
it's crazy, bro.
So, yeah, 49ers, like, they're coming back. They're showing what they were kind of built to do, and it's working.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going Vikings.
Yeah,
He
I knew
knew
you
it.
were.
He knew it. Oh shit. All right. Yeah, I'll move on. I don't really have much. I literally just I think the Vikings can keep that momentum rolling. This is gonna be a good game. Honestly, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, because you got the Vikings with a top three-ish probably running back in the league, 3 or 4,
Yeah.
probably top 4 running back in the league. But the running game isn't honestly that great. And then you got the 49ers with a great running game.
Mm-hmm.
You wide receiver at running back.
Yeah.
So, and then their number one running back's like their fourth stringer, Jeff Wilson. So,
All right. Well, let's move on to our Sunday night matchup. We got the Browns at the Ravens. We talked about it earlier, or we might have talked about it yesterday. We had Baker Mayfield talking about how he's banged up and everything. And I think the Ravens coming off that loss against the Miami Dolphins, or no, who they just
they beat the Bears.
Bears. Yeah, okay. Close matchup against the Bears, which they almost lost. But then that loss, huh?
Lamar, they found out the day of the game that Lamar wasn't playing.
Yeah, so Lamar will be back. But the point is, the Ravens still struggled against the Bears, dude.
It's Tyler Huntley.
Brother, didn't he have like 5 touchdowns or like 3 touchdowns or something in the beginning of the season when Lamar didn't play, or was that in the preseason?
I don't think Lamar missed a game this year.
Oh shit, maybe.
I don't think he might have. Maybe with like COVID or something.
Let's see. I'm looking it up. Tyler Huntley, game log. Might have been preseason. Yep, it was preseason. Unlucky. Fuck. Well,
And
whatever.
It's also Lamar all week to play. Granted, he wasn't
I know.
practicing. He was still getting reps.
Whatever. I mean, this is an easy game to me. I don't know. Browns just aren't it for me. I think they're.
Didn't have Hollywood.
They what?
Didn't have Hollywood either.
Oh yeah.
So who'd you pick?
I'm definitely going with the Ravens here.
I'm going with the Browns.
Good.
I think Ravens, their calling card has always been blitzes, slowing down the passing game. But I think the Browns, like I've said, don't have that deep threat, so they're kind of built on quick passes, and obviously their running game. So I'm gonna go with the Browns, even though I picked them. I don't know who would have watched it, but I picked the Browns to win the Super Bowl this year. Didn't foresee all these injuries to Baker, and then secondary hasn't been as good as I thought it would be, and then obviously thinking would kind of come back, but he didn't. So I'm not as confident the Browns win the Super Bowl anymore. But I don't know. I feel like this is a good matchup for the Browns. But I mean, Calais Campbell, Derek Wolfe, still a good run defending team for the Ravens. Brandon Williams at nose tackle, so probably a dumb pick, but I'm going to go with the Browns.
Who is your Super Bowl prediction?
Browns versus 49ers.
I think I did Bills versus Rams.
And then both teams just had injuries galore. Yeah. I feel like a lot of teams though have.
Oh yeah, dude. The whole league. The Ravens too. The Ravens' whole freaking starting.
Yeah, the Ravens too. But I feel like they've been getting a lot of guys back.
All right, well let's go on. Let's move to our Monday night matchup. We got the Seahawks at the Washington Football Team. What a weird matchup for the Monday night game. I'm gonna go with Seattle here.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna go with Seattle too. I feel like at some point Russ has to kind of bounce back.
He's been playing terribly, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is this Pete Carroll's last year in Seattle? They've
Nah.
gotten worse every single year the last 4 years.
The Legion of Boom is gone.
Legion of Boom's gone. Defense hasn't even been playing that bad. But the offense hasn't looked that great. Obviously, Russ isn't playing that well. I think the last offseason there was some wanted out. I think we could see him get traded this year, and I think if they do end up trading Russ, obviously it's for a full-on rebuild. And if you're going to go with a full-on rebuild, you're probably not going to keep around a 70-something-year-old head coach. That's old school style of football too. So I don't know. I think Seahawks could be due for a rebuild here, but that's kind of beside the point. Washington's won a couple games in a row. Seahawks have looked ugly a couple games in a row.
You just cut out. You said the Washington cut out, or Washington lost to.
Seahawks have looked bad a couple in a row, but I
Yeah.
think it's just to turn it around.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm going Seahawks. So.
yeah.
Okay, that concludes the week 12 freaking matchup picks. Holy guacamole, dude! That was a longer episode than definitely normal. If you made it this far, applause to you. Thanks for sticking through it with us. We went in depth a lot because a lot of these games I feel like there was like the matchups were a lot closer than like.
Yeah, 'cause we're also starting to kind of see the injuries and learning more about the teams each week.
Yeah. So.
Plus, I just came from a workout, so it's a pre-workout still working.
It's a pre-workout running through my veins.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know who you think's gonna win some matchups this week. If you want, leave a comment down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you next week on Wednesday and Thursday, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace.